And the big story at 5:30, day 4 of a high-profile murder trial in Annapolis after the mother of a Naval Academy student was struck and killed by a stray bullet. Thanks for staying with WJZ at 5:30. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Nikki Zizaza. Prosecutors revealed new evidence of a suspect who showed up on video cameras before and after the fatal shooting.
This is a huge story when this happens, one that WJZ has been on top of since day one.
Avajoy Burnett just came out of the courtroom. Avajoy, we understand prosecutors continue to try to pin the suspect to the scene of the crime.
Rick and Nikki, good evening to you. Well, jurors saw timestamp maps earlier today, and prosecutors believe they're images that showed a person in that area before and after the shooting. They believe this person could be the suspect. Michelle Cummings, a mom who was in town for her son's induction to the Naval Academy, was hit and killed by a stray bullet just after midnight on June 29, 2021. But prosecutors believe they have time-stamped images logging the suspect's movements in the area hours before and then after the crime. Prosecutors said there was a person wearing a black sweatshirt with a distinctive design, and they believe it was Angelo Harrod. The sweatshirt is now part of the evidence. A firearms expert also testified that at least 8 cartridge cases were recovered from one of the scenes. The expert admitted he had no way of knowing if the cartridge cases were there before or after the shooting. Evidence photos showed one of the first responders on the scene that night used business cards to pinpoint evidence before the yellow evidence markers arrived. Jurors also saw police body camera video of the moment nearly 24 hours after the murder, where an officer tried to arrest Harrod after hearing he was in a gas station. The officer told the court that after coming face to face with Harrod, he tried to stall so backup could arrive, but the suspect pushed past him and took off running. Police arrested Harrod after he fell on a path. And then he seemed to have particular concern with police getting access to his phone. At one point, he yelled to members of the community who'd started to gather, "Call my girl up here, yo. Call my people, yo." During cross-examination, Harrod's lawyer highlighted the fact that the arrest warrant that night wasn't necessarily for murder, but could have been for other misdemeanor warrants under Harrod's name. And the assistant medical examiner also testified today describing Michelle Cummings' injuries. He said she was shot once and that bullet caused damage to her lung, a major artery, and her heart. Live in Annapolis tonight, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.